Uganda Revenue Authority has come out and admitted to a huge information gap and disengaged audience as one solid factor affecting tax collection in the Westnile region. This follows a prolonged period of constipated relations between the tax administration and taxpayers in the Westnile region arising majorly from alleged corruption cases and ruthless law enforcement methods by the tax authority. Speaking during an expeditious consultative meeting with journalists in Arua, Robert Rumanyika Wamala, the URA supervisor on tax collection, pledged to work closely with the media to bridge the information gap and create the desired awareness to help the body fulfill its tax mandate.
Come up with proposals on how URA can work with you to see that the masses are engaged. Because we have a disengaged audience out there. Everyone is doing their own thing because they feel probably URA is mistreating them. So we want you people to come up with proposals that can support us, or how can we do it? Create ideas on how to pass on tax information. We might be using wrong methods. You might find that we need to just speak to the local leaders, and then maybe the local leaders invite us in their villages. So you have ideas that can be employed to see that the tax education and the tax service structure are fulfilled.
In the engagements, journalists raised cross-cutting issues that have secured a bad reputation for the tax administration, as well as offering some solutions to soothe what for a long time seemed an irreparable relation with the taxpayers in the region.
I became Peter in the Bible who denied Jesus. So they said, you are one of them. Even I had a cap of the radio station. People pounced on me, they started beating me, even young boys. They were. I almost died. I ran away. Some other people came and said, please run away. Even if when I ran, people were on me. And I developed some clots in my head. If it was not because of some traditional medicine, I would have died. After some days, I developed a terrible headache, which could not be treated. Until I went traditional. Some people helped me with some medicine, and then it cleared off after the clots on my head. So from that time, it was not easy to associate with URA. Now, I have some suggestions. Let us go Baraza way. Organize some public talks, which we call Baraza, with the help of the leaders in some of these areas, like LCs and so on. Call them, get the people, we are going to have a talk here with URA. And you can do that. The Revenue Authority has the mandate really to do that. Organize barazas, let people talk and let people really talk in the villages. You go to particular places, you will get a lot of good information, and then you build friendship from there.
In that, I also thought I would be hearing something about the tax tribunal. You see, a lot of Ugandans have lost trust in the judiciary. And that's why people sometimes like to take matters up in their hands. And that's why you see officials being beaten left and right and so forth. Why don't you provide other media, other channels through which they can be able to channel that frustration that they have towards you, like the tax tribunal? What are you doing to actually educate the masses about the existence of this tax tribunal? These are some of the channels that can be used to dissuade people and to de-escalate the already tense relationship between the Uganda Revenue Authority and the taxpayers that are paying heavily for.
For this month, we want maybe like for tax education, can we have stories or features, writing articles that can trigger, the audience.
In response to these submissions, the URA officials committed themselves to organizing frequent media engagements, community sensitization through media and initiatives such as the Baraza, and also lobbying for the establishment of a regional tax tribunal, among other methods aimed at closing the information gap.
It seems people are not aware that we have a tax appeals tribunal. It is there. It's the first line of arbitration when a matter comes between we as the taxpayer, that is URA and the taxpayer. So I'm going to request PCA to take note that the arbitration should be regionalized the way courts are. If there is a high court probably in Arua, maybe the tax capital tribunal should shift to this side also.
They also vowed to take up the corruption allegations seriously, saying the URA has a strong organizational value of integrity.
The URA is taken very seriously. We have the whole division that is in charge of looking at staff one by one to see how do they relate, how do they run their life. What do they do? Apart from this declaration that we do to the IDG, they are in charge of investigating staff. Many staff have been investigated. Many staff have been expelled from URA. Many staff have been taken to court for engaging in corruption. Many. I will not tell you the names, but last year alone, I don't have the facts right, but more than 5, more than 10 people. Some are expelled. We normally receive when the management disciplinary committee say the foreign staff were engaged in the foreign offenses. Corruption comes number 1. This person has been terminated from the services of the world.
The media representatives present during the meeting expressed relief for the positive step taken to engage media in taxpayer awareness and sensitization.
This engagement has been long overdue because in most cases, as a media personnel, accessing the URA officials, getting a public information has been so difficult. You know of recent about the URA enforcement team that were beaten up in Arua. Actually, I was the one who did the story, but getting the part of the URA was very difficult. But from the local person, it was very simple. So this engagement is timely, and we hope to engage more and partner more with URA officials.
I've been in this region for quite a long time and reported special issues concerning tax collection by Uganda Revenue Authority. I think the method being changed by Uganda Revenue Authority is good because their relationship had already been built for quite a long time.
Established in 1991 under the Uganda Revenue Act with a mandate to assess, collect, and account for central government tax revenues. This new drive by the tax administration to remedy the information gap and building repertoire with taxpayers seem to be well received.